Recorded Books and One Click Digital present Down and Out in the Magic Kingdom by Cory Doctorow, narrated by the author.
Prologue. I lived long enough to see the cure for death, to see the rise of the bitchin' society, to learn 10 languages, to compose 3 symphonies, to realize my boyhood dream of taking up residence in Disney World, to see the death of the workplace and of work. But I never thought that I'd live to see the day when Keep-A-Movin' Dan would decide to deadhead until the heat death of the universe. Dan was in his second or third blush of youth when I first met him, sometime late 21st. He was a rangy cowpoke, apparent 25 or so, all rawhide squint lines and sunburned neck, boots worn thin and infinitely comfortable. I was in the middle of my chem thesis, my 4th doctorate, and he was taking a break from saving the world, chilling on campus in Toronto and core dumping for some poor anthro major. We hooked up at the Grad Students' Union, the GSU, or Gazoo for those who knew. On a busy Friday night, springish, I was fighting a choral slow battle for a stool at the scratched bar, inching my way closer every time the press of bodies shifted. And he had one of the few seats surrounded by a litter of cigarette junk and empties, clearly encamped. Some duration into my foray, he cocked his head at me and raised a sun-bleached eyebrow. "You get any closer, son, and we're going to have to get a prenup." I was apparent 40 or so, and I thought about bridling at being called son, but I looked into his eyes and decided that he had enough real time that he could call me son any time he wanted. I backed off a little and apologized. He struck a cig and blew a pungent, strong plume over the bartender's head. "Don't worry about it. I'm probably a little over-accustomed to personal space." I couldn't remember the last time I'd heard anyone on-world talk about personal space. With the mortality rate at 0 and the birth rate at non-zero, the world was inexorably accreting a dense carpet of people, even with the migratory and deadhead drains on the population. "You've been jaunting?" I asked. His eyes were too sharp for him to have missed an instant's experience to deadheading. He chuckled. "No, sir, not me. I'm into the kind of macho shitheadery that you only come across on-world. Jaunting's for play. I need work." The bar glass tinkled a counterpoint. I took a moment to conjure a HUD with his woofy score on it. I had to resize the window. He had too many zeros on it to fit in my standard display. I tried to act cool, but he caught the upward flick of my eyes and their involuntary widening. He tried a little "aw, shucksery," but he gave it up and let a prideful grin.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?